Welcome back everyone, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Dark Hour 717, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Fight or Flight event that's currently running and in progress in the Star Citizen universe. Before we get started though, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as we continue to reach for that 5,000 subscriber mark, and stick around to the end of the video to see how you can get entered in for a Tobii Eye Tracker 5. So you may be asking, what is Fight or Flight? And that's a very simple answer. It is a large-scale PvP event that's brought to you by the group at Atmo Esports. This is the same team that brings us the Daymar Rally, Stanton 7, and Hurston Hurt Locker. And if you've never heard of any of these events, you can check them out at the link in the description. The basis of Fight or Flight is to provide a community event of PvP fighting that takes place over 2 days. The first day was actually just on March 26th, and the final will be held on April 9th. The first day is a single elimination event involving 32 teams of 2 people each. And they're going to go head to head in an arena that's centered around the Honor Bound, an 890 jump, and the arena extends 20 kilometers out in a radius from there. Aside from that, they have officials that are posted at the borders to enforce the boundaries and keep everybody in the arena. As the matches begin, the 2 teams are on opposite sides of the arena, and on the word go, they proceed in to engage in fighting. The fight continues until one of the 2 teams are destroyed, and in these matches, it's almost guaranteed at some point to be down to a 2 versus 1 scenario. The second day of competition will include a double elimination bracket, and operating much the same way as the first day, it'll end in the final outcome of the top PvP team left standing. Emeroc's Fang's part began back at the announcement of the tournament. And not being a PvP-based org in general, the experience that we had in the Daymar Rally really made us want to try and see if we could compete and be able to experience the side of Star Citizen. As an org, we were able to get 1 team in initially, and eventually a second team as Gravity Kala and Ingvar were placed on a waiting list to be entered should anybody drop out. Leading up to the event, the experience was the epitome of organized and extremely well planned out, with several practice sessions ran by Atmo Esports, as well as available and frequent communication through the Fight or Flight Discord channel. One thing we've definitely come to learn is that as an event planner and host, Atmo Esports runs a top-tier organization, and they really know what they're doing to make these events amazing. Now, unfortunately, I was unable to attend any of the practice sessions due to other real-life commitments, but it is a great thing that these are available, and in the long run would have likely been a great help for us. On the day of the event, we did go in, and getting set up was easy and well ran by a group from Atmo Esports. As we had a team in both Group A and Group B, we were actually split up between separate servers. Myself and Cryo, we were on server A, and Gravity Kala and Ingvar were over on server B. Our match on server A would come before Gravity Kala and Ingvar's match on server B, but we still had a little bit of time so we could take in some of the first fights that were going on. As we got the notice that our turn was coming up next, we headed over and pulled out our ships. I personally got a Pirate Gladius, and Cryo actually pulled out the Aegis Saber. There's actually a total of 6 authorized ships with all predetermined loadouts that really level out the DPS and alpha damage, and it makes it fair across the board. The 6 ships that they were using was the Gladius, the Saber, the Arrow, the Buccaneer, the Talon, and the Avenger Warlock. After pulling out my Gladius, we actually proceeded into our match by first going to the 890 jump in order to get scanned and verified that our ships matched the required loadout. And then we headed on over to our respective starting point. This is where we would wait until the countdown began. And when we were finally given the signal, we went ahead and entered the arena. Now, I wish I could really say we gave them hell and that we held our own and eventually we came out on top, but that would just be an outright lie and wouldn't be the truth. In all honesty, we seriously got owned. We went in with a good game plan of working the double team and then going from there, but the level of piloting skills and PvP expertise our opponents had was vastly superior, and we were way out of our league. In all, the match barely lasted a minute. Truthfully though, going into this event, I had a feeling skill-wise we would definitely be lacking, and be up against groups that far exceeded our own level of experience. And honestly, we really were. I really still wanted to participate, mostly because this is an area of Star Citizen I don't explore often, and usually if I do, it's within people in our own group and org. But I also wanted to take part in this event because of the good experience I had with the Daymar Rally. Now, if these battles were occurring in the PU under normal conditions, there could sometimes be occasionally some smack talking or some words exchanged through the in-game chat, and sometimes that can actually get a little bit harsh. But this was not the experience we had in this event. It's actually a complete 180 from times that we got pulled into PvP in the verse. Now, don't get me wrong, there are numerous times that in the PU, when getting pulled into a battle, both sides go their separate ways, and pleasantries and GGs are exchanged, and everyone departs on friendly terms. But in this competition, I really saw another level of real respect that each of these participants had for each other. And it even went beyond that, not only towards the Atmo Esports crew, but towards each other. Winners congratulated the defeated returned those respects in kind. It really was a very welcoming and supportive community. After our match, Gravity Kala and Ingvar's match was still much later in Group B, and we continued watching as the matches carried on Server A. And there were many high-tension matches that really created a lot of excitement. And once they moved through Group B, as it was not broadcasted, we did find out Gravity Kala and Ingvar fell to a similar fate as Crywell and myself, though they did last just under 2 minutes. I think that honestly, the event itself really taught me something more than just the fact that I need more practice at PvP. It really provided me with a newfound respect for those in this community. The way that they actually welcomed everyone into the competition, and even those that they did not know personally, it was really amazing to see. And this is, of course, one of the reasons why I love Star Citizen so much. The community, for the most part, is always there for each other and extremely supportive of one another. Now, granted, there are some bad apples out there, but it's unfair to base your opinions of the PvP community on these examples. In some regards, I actually believe the PvP community gets the same misconception as piracy, in a way that's very misunderstood. And just as not all piracy is griefing, not all PvP is griefing either. PvP in itself is a part of Star Citizen and always will be. But Star Citizen is a very vast and well-rounded universe with a wide scale of different experiences for all of us, and one that grows larger all the time. The amount of respect that I have for the folks in this community with what it took to practice and hone their skills to the level that they're at is immense. The hours upon hours of dedication it takes to reach the level that they're at is countless, and should be something to be very proud of and should be celebrated with an event like this. Overall, I truly think Fight or Flight is an excellent event, one that gives this community a place to spotlight their hard work and abilities. And also, as technology progresses within the verse, it can be expanded into other forms which could one day include larger fighters or a mix of opponents, and maybe even one day large multi-crewed ships like the Hammerhead or even the A2. I do want to extend a very sincere thank you to Corsair, Crucian Gaming, Zool, and the entire group at Atmo Esports as they continue to really provide the best in Star Citizen community events. And I'd like to personally thank Papa Freedom, who took the time to visit the stream the night before the competition to wish us well, and was actually full of encouraging words even after our speedy defeat. I'm going to put a link to Papa Freedom's channel in the description below, as well as Atmo Esports, so definitely please check them out. And for those of you out there, I definitely recommend, if you have not yet taken the chance to enter into one of Atmo Esports events, do it. You're going to have a blast. And even if you don't think that you will do well, or maybe you question having the skills to do it, don't let that stop you. It's like they say in football, and I mean American football, by the way. On any given Sunday, any team can beat any other team. The fear of failing should never stop you from trying, and you never know what the outcome will be. And you never will know what you could be missing out on. And it just may change your views on a few things. I hope you've enjoyed this rundown of Fight or Flight. Make sure to check out the Atmo Esports Twitch page to see all the first day matches, and follow them on Twitch and catch day 2 on April 9th for the finals. Let's show some support for this team of highly dedicated event planners in the PvP community as they battle it out. Also, don't forget to get your entries for our Tobii Eye Tracker 5 here by subscribing and leaving a comment on any video. You can also catch our streams every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time over on Twitch, and also get entered into our Twitch monthly giveaway. This month it's a T16000 HOTUS by Thrustmaster. Just follow over there and you'll automatically be entered in. Both prizes are actually going to be drawn on April 1st. And if you're looking for an org, consider maybe Admirok's Fang, where casual gameplay as well as anti-piracy, and you can hit the link in the description and we'll welcome everybody. And if you'd like to support the channel, check out the merch store and the Patreon, or just click the join button above and become a member for as little as 99 cents per month. And please be safe out there, everybody, and we will catch you next time.